Campus looks pretty quiet. Spring break. Pretty quiet yourself.
10 to assist 24 at 2 Water Street, unarmed assault. 19 to 4006 Southside Parkway, Hawthorne Motel.
That's dumb. This is 19. What do you got?
Not sure, 19. Manager says there's a guest locked in a room who won't come out and won't answer. Get over there fast.
Got it. Let's go.
He said that I could make 5 times what I was making in just a few hours a week if I would agree to have a drink or two with these very appreciative gentlemen.
And you have no idea who this man is who called you.
I say he, but
Jimmy,
I don't even know
there's
that
one place
for
where she
sure.
turned into my light, and I promised her she wouldn't be recognized.
It seems like it's always the same person.
It's gone.
But they disguise their voice, so it's just a whisper. You know, it's real hoarse, so you can't tell.
Then you don't know who you're working for.
No, I was paid by whatever gentleman I was with, and they paid my bosses up front. But anyway, see, I called you because I was finally with this guy who wasn't so respectable. It got very...
Go on.
Well, he beat me up, is what happened. So I'm out of it now, and I'm not going back. I don't care how many times they call to threaten me or what they try to do.
5 minutes, Meryl.
Okay. Okay.
Thanks for the quick edit, Jimmy.
Anytime.
So, can I go with it?
Police will be calling for your source before you're off the air.
Oh, come on, Sam. Is it my fault they refuse to admit there's an organized ring of prostitution right here in Corinth?
This kind of thing's been going on in Corinth since I was a kid.
Douglas, we're talking about college girls. Teenagers, some of them. That girl that you just saw has already been threatened for nothing more than trying to say goodbye to it all.
Are you going to do a newscast tonight or what?
What about that item on Roger Forbes taking over as president of all the news?
There is no item. They're supposed to announce the new president's name next week.
Please, Sam, you know the executive search committee is meeting today, and there's a rumor going around that Forbes was seen in Corinth about noon.
And did you check this rumor out?
I called Cabot Alden's to see if he was staying there, and I got the runaround.
3 minutes to end. Stand by, everybody. You know, I've read in the paper that there's a big reception at the embassy in New York tomorrow, and Ambassador Forbes is expected to be there. Well, maybe he came back from Europe a day earlier and just drove down to visit the Aldens and his father.
Figure it out for yourself. Roger Forbes is Cabot Alden's son-in-law. Who else would Alden rather have running his university?
Garth, Miss Whitley.
Oh, hello, Cabot.
Nice to see you, Mr. Alden.
I saw that your car was still here.
Yes, Amelia and I were still trying to complete some things before the end of the day, and I knew that you and the committee were meeting, so I thought that I should be available in case you needed any, well, records or, oh, thank you, records or recommendations.
Yes. We just adjourned. Might I have a word with you?
Well, please feel free to say anything at all in front of Amelia.
Very well. I wanted to tell you personally that the committee voted unanimously to commend and to thank you for your splendid efforts as acting president of this university. And we feel that we can be sure of the same degree of excellence when you return to your former duties as dean.
The committee has selected someone else?
Yes. I'm not at liberty to say who, but I thought you'd like to know that there'll be approximately 30 days to make the transition. Well, good day to you both. And again, our thanks.
Oh, sorry, Garth. I can't understand how they could overlook that splendid year you gave them.
Because my name isn't Roger Forbes, and I wasn't lucky enough or smart enough to marry Cabot Alden's daughter. Look, I don't think I'm going to be much good here anymore today. I'll see you in the morning.
Johnny Forbes.
Johnny?
That you, Amelia?
Oh, don't pretend you don't recognize my voice. It hasn't been that long.
What can I do for you?
Well, I just had to tell you that I'm surprised that you concurred with Roger's latest career move.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I'm talking about his taking over as president of Walden University.
What?
Obviously you didn't know. But you always told me there wasn't anything having to do with Roger's career that you weren't intimately a part of.
That's right, and it's still true. All the damn things you called me about, this one takes the cake. Goodbye, Amelia.
Johnny. Johnny.
Is that what you'll be wearing tomorrow night?
Yes, it is. Do you like it?
Well, sure. I'll just never understand what you've got against brighter colors. Do you know where Daddy and Clem went with Grandfather?
No, I don't.
That's one part about being married to someone famous like Daddy I don't think I'd like. He's always got so many obligations.
Lorna, shouldn't you be getting your things packed for a trip to New York tomorrow?
That's what I came in here to show you. Look. There's a whole article about the embassy reception in this New York paper. Even a picture of Daddy and the Countess cooler outside the new museum Daddy dedicated. It, says the Countess is staying at the embassy in New York. Well, did you know she was coming?
Well, I assumed she might. She's worked so closely with your father on the museum.
Right. She's so beautiful. Glamorous. I can't wait to see the dress she'll be wearing tomorrow
Lorna,
night.
will you please get your things packed before dinner? Now, I know what you're trying to do, and I won't have it.
There you go again, taking it out on me. It's not my fault you didn't know that she was going to be there.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, Mother.
I just thought you might like to know the men have returned. They're downstairs in the library.
It's good to be home again, Clem. And closer to Washington. I felt so far away from it all there in Europe.
I know. Of course, president of the university isn't exactly the political mainstream.
Didn't hurt Eisenhower. Woodrow Wilson either, for that matter.
True. But as your friend and advisor, Roger, I have to tell you there's still a few things that worry me.
Yeah? What's that?
Look, you can tell me it's none of my business. But with Trudy Kohler being in New York for that reception tomorrow, I think you have to watch your step.
Clem, you worry too much.
Probably. But you're back home now. And you have to be more careful.
Speaking of being back home, I better call my father and let him know I'm back here and what I'm doing, or Johnny's gonna raise hell with me.
Well, here we are. Now we can toast the next president of Walden University.
Hey, Roger. Look at this.
The speculation about Roger Forbes continues.
Turn on the television, quick!
Oh, no, I thought you were packing.
But you'll never guess what I just heard on the news. It said Daddy's going to be president of Alden U.
Just what Roger Forbes will do.
Maybe that young cub doesn't know enough not to report hearsay, but Sam Moser certainly should. If he doesn't, I'll set him straight right now.
The young woman you are about to see agreed to talk to this reporter on the condition that her identity would not be revealed. As you will hear in this startling pre-recorded interview, this woman, a junior at Alden U, was for several months part of an organized prostitution ring.
So when I heard his car go racing out of the parking lot less than a half hour after he checked in, I came straight up and knocked on the door. Yeah, 44. Hey, listen, you need the TV still on? The phone's been busy? Somebody still in?
Well, how do you know we just didn't leave the TV on and the phone off the hook?
Well, he paid for the whole night in advance, and I had the feeling he wasn't alone, you know.
Give me the key.
Police, open up.
Why did they threaten you physically? Sure. It was never spelled out. It didn't have to be.
Miss?
Can I ask
Miss?
why you risked coming here and agreed?
Danny?
I don't
like being threatened.
Radio for the ambulance.
Not for just wanting to get out of something that I
And get the coroner, too.
involved with in the first place.
Don't tell me.
But also, I want all the other girls on campus to know that even though they say it's never...
Turn that thing off.
Because you can get hurt.
Turn it off!
Hurt bad.
I wonder how much of that report is fact.
I was wondering the same thing.
Oh, hello, darling. Clem and I were just about to have a drink. Then I was going to go upstairs
Clem,
and look
could
for
I
it.
please speak to my husband alone?
Of course, Anne. Excuse me. See you both at dinner.
Do you have any idea how humiliating it is to find out that my husband has accepted the position?
Anne, surely you know I'm not going to accept any position without consulting you first.
I don't believe that.
I'm telling you the truth. Yes, I met with the committee earlier tonight. And yes, I think they'll offer me the post if we decide that I should take it. I don't see what you can possibly object to in that.
I object to being taken for granted.
I don't take you for
And I
granted.
strenuously object to your affair with the Countess Kohler. I have tried my best to deal with it, but when our own daughter starts taunting me about it, I realize just how wrong I've been.
Anne.
I will accept part of the blame for this. Because I know that when we married, you weren't as sure of your feelings as I was. But I can't live this way any longer.
Anne, I've always loved you. That's never changed.
Yes, you can come back to Corinth and take over as president of the university here. You can start planning your next advance on the White House. But unless you prove to me that I'll be a real wife again and the only woman in your life, you can come back without me.
You find anything else in her purse, Mike? ID card. Lois Carney. Nice, huh?
Yeah.
Credit cards. She got cash in her wallet. Whatever it was didn't kill her for money.
This doesn't make sense.
What a waste, huh?
You're telling me?
Lipstick. There was none of that in her purse. Why don't you check the bathroom and see what we got in there?
All right. Mike?
Yeah.
Come here.
Excuse me, sir. Have they identified the girl yet?
Yeah. Her name was Carney. Lois Carney.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That's the girl I interviewed on the 6 o'clock tape. Are you certain?
I found a student ID card on her, Walden University. But from what I could see up there, she was more than just a student.
Meaning?
There's something written up there.
I don't know. Stay back, please. Ma'am, can you get in your room, please? Thank you. You okay?
Oh, it's your brother.
Great.